Alrighty, I'm gonna go ahead and get started on the markup. I'm waiting on this 4 hour candle to close. We have, why is my countdown not there? It said countdown, it's not up here. Hmm. Let's see. All right, we got 11 minutes left for this 4 hour candle. I marked up the fib area here from TradingView for 460 as the next TP. From this impulse correction continuation. And I just marked this area here. So I'm not going to do the monthly because we're so high on gold, but I am going to do the weekly because we're right near last week's high. And then 50% of last week's candle. I am going to do the daily. I'm just going to do 50% of the daily. And that's yesterday's candle. And then when the 4 hour candle closes, I will mark 4 hour zone. So we got 11 minutes left. We're not going to take a trade until after that 4 hour candle closes. I'm looking to catch a 4 hour move. So we're going to wait for one of these highs or lows to be ran and then price to retest the zone. And then we'll figure out where price is going. I actually want to label these real quick so I can know what is what.
Candle did you mark first? The 4 hour,
The weekly high, the
the
weekly
week.
high and weekly 50%, and then the daily 50%, and then we're waiting on the 4 hour candle to close.
Okay, I want to go ahead and mark it up. That's why.
So last week's high, last week's 50%, which is here. And then our daily 50%, which is here. And then 4460 is the next fib level on TradingView. I don't like the fib here on Trade Locker, so I had to go over to TradingView to do it. And this is the negative 27 on our fib, the 4 hour fib. So this 4 hour candle is creating an inside bar because we only have a few more minutes left. So I doubt it's going to break out to the upside. And then we have a gap here on our 4 hour. I am going to mark that gap. looks like we're creating a flag here on the hourly time frame. We have our poll here, and then this is our flag here. We know that gold is bullish, but we don't know, when the next leg will be yet. So right now we're just waiting for this 4-hour candle to close, and then we'll be looking. So we got 6 minutes left. I probably could have did this at 8 o'clock, but I didn't want price to run a high or a low at like 8:01 while we're trying to mark our charts up. So we'll still just take this day by day as far
Can
as
you get
like
it back to the 1 hour? Put it back to the 1 hour.
1 hour.
Yeah, I want to see the zones.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Do you have them? So it's a weekly high and weekly 50.
Yeah, I have that.
And then just 50% of yesterday's candle.
Of the daily.
Of the daily. Because our weekly high is only like a pip away from yesterday's daily.
Yeah, and the low.
Yeah, so there's no purpose of marking that high.
All right. Which other zone you have?
And then at 44.60, that's the negative 27 on our 4-hour fib.
44.60.
Mm-hmm.
44.60. 0.00.
Yep.
44.60. Yeah.
And then when the 4-hour closes, I guess we can go ahead and mark the 4-hour low because that's not going anywhere. So our 4-hour low here. Then we got 5 more minutes here on our 5-minute candle. It looks like price is trying to move up, but I don't want to get in before that 4-hour candle closes.
You say you mark off the weekly, like off that candle.
Yes, 50% of the weekly candle, and we use our rectangle tool.
Okay, cool.
And then you draw it from the high to the low of that last week's candle. Okay.
All right. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. Like mine will be off a little bit. There we go. And then the high of last week's candle. And then I marked my wedge pattern up. I'm gonna just mark it up here on the 5-minute.
You said there's a steak in the freezer?
Yeah, that stave shape steak. Hold on. Mm-hmm. Hold
in
on.
like
Hold on. All right, guys, we got 2 more minutes and then our 4 hour candle will be closed. So I'm pretty sure it's safe to say we can mark off our high and then our 50%. Am I freezing for y'all or is it just the chart?
Yeah, you freeze a bit just now.
All right, so we can mark off our high. We got 2 minutes left on this 4 hour. And then 50% of the 4 hour. So the high, the low, and the 50% of the 4 hour candle. All right, so we got 30 seconds left. And then we'll get a new 4 hour candle and a new hourly candle. All right, and we see here on our 4 hour that this 4 hour candle is an inside bar. So we already know that we're looking for price to break to the upside of this candle or to the downside and retest it to let us know our direction. Now, I think we'll probably only be on here for an hour. Maybe an hour and a half at the most. If we don't catch anything by that time, then we'll just come back tomorrow. Okay. And then I'll tell y'all where to look for and enter if we don't get anything. All right, so we got a new hourly candle. And prices inside of this fair value gap here is already giving us a morning star. And it may just be giving us an entry into the buy, and then we can take it up to the high. Let's wait for this candle to close. Let's see, I'm gonna have to bring up a timer because I don't know why it's not giving me my timer. Where are we in our 5 minute? We missed that entry. All right, I'm gonna buy right here since it's pulling back some. Stop loss below this wick right here. This 1 minute wick. It's 35 pips for me, depending on where you entered. I didn't even get in on this one. You can set TP. Let's see what happens before we set our TP because I'm not sure at the moment. And we're inside of consolidation. So if it hits stop loss, we'll look for another entry because I do see another gap here. Although we have retested this trend line once.
What number you put your stop loss?
Right underneath this 1 minute wick. My numbers are gonna be different than y'all's. Just go to the 1 minute and just look for this little candle here. Don't even worry about it. It just stopped us out.
Why so close?
Because
It's consolidating.
Yeah, because it's inside of consolidation. We got 2 minutes left on this 5-minute candle here.
On
this
the top,
candle's looking like a bearish engulfing here. On what?
The top where those two candles at the weekly high. Right where the week, yeah. Gold tested that area about 4 times.
It tested this area.
Yeah.
Yep. Over here on the left.
Get on it. Yeah. I did a break.
And the high didn't break. It'll break eventually. Because gold is still bullish, right? So it's gonna break eventually.
Yeah. So for me, I would wait. I'm thinking to wait until it break that area.
We're getting a retest on this trend line here. So the only area that we're gonna wait for it to break is the inside bar here on the, is it the hourly or the 4 hour? This last 4 hour candle was really bearish. Then we have this fair value gap here that is probably going to come back to. It's at 50% of the 4 hour candle. We're going to wait for it to run either this high or this low. That's what we're going to wait on. We have a gap down here by the daily 50% that it could come to. So if we do this here, so you see how equal these wicks are over here? This is liquidity. This is how we know that price is going to continue higher, right? And then gold is bullish anyways at the moment. This was our impulse here, and then this was our correction, and we're in our continuation phase. And we come back over here to trading view. Okay, y'all can see it. And we put our fib on it, on the bottom of our impulse here. To our high, price corrected back to the 382. Oh, I don't even have my fib number right. Okay, so the fib negative 27 is 44.98. So we can put it at 44 We can put it at 4,500. And that should be our next TP area. All right, and then we have our fair value gap here and a balanced price range here. So it definitely looks like more than likely we can get our pullback to here. All right, so we have a gap here. Looks like price is trying to retest in this gap here to come lower. I need to figure out how to put my timer back on here because I need it. Oh, nope. It says countdown to board close. All right, so now we're back on top of this gap here. The lagging is crazy. Here we go. All right. I want to sell it to the low. Let's see what this 15-minute candle does. We still have 3 minutes left. Trying to move between time frames on Trade Locker is horrible. Trade Locker don't want to work for us. All right. So if price is going to sell, we're going to wait for it to get underneath our 4-hour zone here, retest it, and then we'll take it to that gap on this 4-hour gap here. Yes, price came in this gap here. It ran some liquidity. Looks like it's trying to give us some impulsive move down. I need for Trade Locker to work so I can put my trade in. Price is still consolidating here overall, though. This is why we want to wait for it to break out of that 4-hour area. Get up here. Okay, we've broken outside of that wedge with this nice bearish candle here. We're coming to our 4-hour low. Come on. All right, we've broken our 4-hour low. Look on your broker before you get on and make sure that price has broken the 4-hour low. On my broker, price hasn't broken it yet. My 4-hour low even looks different. Connection unsuccessful. We still haven't broken the 4-hour low yet. Look for this gap here on your broker. And if price makes its way back into here and reject, then you can enter for some sales. So this gap right here is on the 1 minute. Mm. Yeah, because look at this 30-minute candle here. Our 30-minute looks like price is still inside of the wedge. All right, we've come back into that gap and we're getting some rejection. We got 40 seconds left on this candle. Let's wait. Wait for the candle to close. See what price is telling us. $15 seconds. I'm marking the gap up on my broker. All right, we got 30 seconds left in this candle. All right, sell it. And then stop loss here. Price gave us an evening star. You put your stop loss here or here above the candle right here with the fair value gap. Okay, we'll be back. There was a gap here on the 3-minute also. All right, so we have a gap here on the 1 minute right here. And then there's a gap. I think it's just our 4-hour gap after that. Let's double check. don't have anything else. All right, so it looks like we're in a gap here, but we've closed underneath the 50%. Our next low that we're looking to run is this 4-hour low. This 4-hour low, and I think I want to set TP here inside this 1 minute gap here. And if this one hits stop loss, then we're done until tomorrow because I got a 2 stop loss minimum. All right. So 1 minute. And our 4-hour. All right. Did y'all set TP? It's inside of that 1 minute gap. So if you go back to the 1 minute time frame here and scroll over, here's the gap right here. We're gonna do this one instead of that 4-hour just because gold is so bullish. You have to be careful with these sales. All right, so we've ran our 4-hour low. All right, so y'all entry should have been better than mine. Y'all should be able to put y'all stop loss at break even. It took me a little minute before I could get in. All right, so we have 3 minutes left on this 30-minute candle. Now, the last time price came to this area, you see this big fall here. It's a possibility that it could continue lower, but we don't want to chance it. We're going to take our profit wherever we're going. Let price give us our money. My 4-hour, I'm sorry, y'all. My 4-hour zones were off for some reason. Hmm. All right, so we got another gap here. We'll see if price comes back into here and continues lower. If we do, then I'll move my stop loss into profit. Y'all see how things are different on different brokers? So this is our 4-hour candle on, this is Olanda, and prices already ran the low on Olanda. But with, who is this? Trade Locker, we're still inside of our 4-hour candle. We haven't broken the low yet. And
So
then
that mean it will broke it
on,
since it already broke it on the one.
mm-hmm.
That mean it will broke it then on the other one.
Yeah, it'll break it. And then on
Yeah.
my broker, it has it broken on yours. It broke on my broker. It's sitting right at the 4-hour.
4. Let me check.
Hey,
Yeah. 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 Already break it.
okay, yeah, it's just taking its time over here. And price is at what, 43.50 over here. On my broker is at 43.51. And then Owanda is on 43.51 also. All right, so it's 8:30 and we're now getting a new 30-minute candle. Our last 30 minutes gave us this big evening star here and gave us this nice bearish engulfing. All right, this price keep pushing down. We almost at TP, y'all, and we're gonna be done. Stop playing. I need to record this real quick. All right, TP it, and we're done. Quick 30 minutes, nice little scalp. We'll be doing this every day.
Yo.
And we're done. Don't get back in the market, lose your profits to the next session. Don't lose your profits, but don't get back in the market into the next session. Let Agent B go to bed. Y'all got work tomorrow. Davion, you can stay on for your session. Or actually, let's stop it because it's all going to be a part of the recording. So I'm going to send another link. All right, so did y'all have any questions before we get off? No questions?
Well, not from me.
All righty. Well, I'll see y'all tomorrow, same time. Akeem, I need you to go in the group, please, and let me know what days and times you want to change your to. Or I mean, if every day is going to be like this, we don't know how fast the market's going to move, but we can do our session tomorrow after the live if price works out in our favor.
Okay, I will do that.
Okay, thank you. All right, y'all. I'll see y'all tomorrow. Davion, I'm gonna drop another link. Y'all have a good night.
All right.
All right.